Hey everyone, welcome back to At Home with Sonja and to one of your favorite videos of the year, my Christmas decorating marathon. This video is packed with everything you need to get your home holiday ready, from planning and prepping to final cozy home tour. I've compiled the full process from last year's videos into one seamless marathon so you can follow along from start to finish. And don't worry, if you want to jump to a specific part, I've included timestamps below so you can skip around to the sections that inspire you most. So if you're ready for a festive transformation, grab your cocoa, get cozy, and let's make some holiday magic together. Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Sonja, and in today's video I wanted to kind of have a sit down with you and let you guys know what my plans for Christmas decorating is, what I'm gonna buy, when I'm planning on decorating, if my style is changing, or any of that stuff. I was gonna make a list of things to talk to you about, but now I'm just going to wing it. So as far as buying stuff, I have bought 4 things so far, which I'm going to share with you right now. And then I'm going to also talk about things that I still want to buy, just haven't had a chance to buy it. Because, as you guys know, I live in Canada, and some of the things that you see on Instagram being posted, like that, I think it's called Noble Fur garland, is hard to find. I did find one, which I will talk about, but I was hoping it would come on sale, which it hasn't yet. And then I want to do some changes on the outside decor, so I want to buy some stuff for that, so I'll talk about that. And then bells. I want to buy some bells, and I was really hoping that Walmart would have gotten the same bells that Walmart in the US has, but of course there's no bells in Walmart or anywhere in Canada. So anyways, Amazon will have to come into rescue for that if they have it by the time I decide to actually go ahead and buy it, which will probably be this coming week. So because I'm planning on decorating next weekend, and I'm planning on decorating most of the house over the weekend, and then I'm gonna spread out releasing the videos, because with the daycare and where all the kids are, I need to do it on the weekends or the evenings, and evenings seem to pose a bit of a obstacle because I have so much other stuff going on. So anyways, besides the point. So I'm going to share with you what I have bought. So I went to HomeSense, and I'm one of those people that I am all fired up to go shopping at HomeSense, or I found that happened to me at Hobby Lobby too when we went across the border. And then I get there and I'm so overwhelmed with all the decor and unable to get anything. I can't settle on anything. So anyways, that's what's happening right now. But anyways, these are things that I wanted to get last year, and I did get them this year. So because what happens is I decorate early to give you guys plenty of ideas, and then Instagram Reels happen, and there's so many people sharing all their decors, and I'm like, oh, I wish I had that. Oh, I wish I had that. It's total social media envy that comes over me. So I have been making a list of things that I liked from the year before, and then kind of paring down, like toning down the list, because I have a very small budget, because I don't have room, and I also don't want to overspend on Christmas decor, so I tried to stay within my budget. So this was one of those things that I wanted to purchase for a few years now, and I just haven't been able to find it in where I live, but I did find it this year. So it is a Christmas tree cutting board. Now I did pick up this one, it comes with the knife as well, but I picked up this one at HomeSense for $20, and I have seen it online at Canadian Tire as well. I'm not sure how much it is because I can't remember, but this one was $19.99 at HomeSense, and they had So this is solid. It's bamboo, but it's solid. They also had ones where it had like, I think it was half of it was marble and then the top was hardwood. I am planning on using this as a charcuterie board, but I thought it would be really nice with all my cutting boards that I have sitting on the counter as well to prop this up against it. I thought that would look really good. And then, so I have a giant mailbox, North Pole mailbox that I had purchased a couple years back. And I like using it in a decor, and I found a mini one. Now, because as much as I like the woodsy, the very earthy tones, I do love red. To use red in Christmas, I just find Christmas without red is just not Christmas. So anyways, so I like incorporating little red pieces or big pieces of just red decor. So I have picked this up, and this was $20. It is ceramic, but the nice thing about this is it's also a candle, and it has a Christmas smell. I do not know what the there was a little berry, I don't know, well there's actually a couple berries, I don't know what they came from because she wrapped it up in the store. I don't see what the tinsel tree is scented candle, that's what it is. So, and it kind of smells, it smells like Christmas, it smells like a pine needle and sweet. So, okay, I think it's pine needle and cinnamon is what I'm smelling. So I thought this would look good to kind of tie in that mailbox, big mailbox. And I think the daycare kids were gonna use it as letters to Santa. They can send them, because I haven't had good luck with sending them to the address that is provided by Canada Post. Sometimes they just send me one giant letter, and I like to have individual letters for each kid. So I actually make my own. So I think the kids are gonna have fun to put their Christmas letters into this mailbox and then get a Santa letter back. So that's my plan. So I thought that would be cool to go with it. And then I had picked up the North Pole sign. This came from Dollarama, and they were $4. So there's this one. And I'm not sure if I'm loving the green, the bluish green. I might paint that, might DIY something with it. And then I also got Dear Santa. We really did try. And I thought this would be fun sign to have in the playroom as well. So we'll see what will happen on these. I just wanted to pick these up. They're like metal, and I thought that they would go by pretty fast at Dollarama. I bought this like 3 weeks ago, so I'm not sure if they still have them. They were $4.25 each. So that's pretty much all I have purchased. Now my plans are to get so last year I got those cedar garlands. I lucked out and I got them at HomeSense. They were a great deal. I think they were like $34.99, and I bought all of the ones that they had. I think there was 4 or 5 of them, so I bought them. I loved the way it looked on my fireplace. I'll insert a photo here. Fireplace in my living room, in my family room, but I found like it could have been a little bit more substantial. So I thought buying the noble fir and mixing it with cedar would look really good. So I found them at Canadian Tire for $59.99. I was hoping that they would have gone up for sale for 25%, because they said some of the garlands were on sale this week, but it was only the eucalyptus, which is beautiful as well, garland. But that one was, I think, $79, and it's down to 50, I don't know, 25% off, whatever that works out to. And I just want to say, so about a month and a half ago, I went to the hairdresser to get it cut, and my hair was this long, and there's this long piece of hair that I keep finding, which I should really cut off, that she completely missed. So anyways, so now every time I'm talking in front of the camera, I'm pulling all this thing. So yeah, so that's what I want. I want to get 2 of them and kind of beef them up. Then I also, for my front at Walmart. Now, another thing that I have with Walmart is, so my Texas Home or House brand is, they have just amazing stuff, and they have a really nice 4-foot Christmas tree. Of course, that's not available in Canada. I searched and I searched and it's not available. So I'm really sad about that. They have a similar one that's available here. I forget what brand it is. It's one of the Walmart brands. So there's actually 2 different potted Christmas trees that I'm looking at. I have to go outside and measure my pots because my husband swears that the one of them that I like more is not good. It's going to be too big for the pots. They're both 4 feet or 5 feet, but the one's really, really wide. I think it's 1 meter wide, so that's probably like about that much. So he doesn't think it's going to fit on my front porch. It's going to be too crowded. So I have to go measure the circumference. So this is the tree that I want. But if that one doesn't fit, they do have a frosted one that's a little bit slimmer that I might also get if that one doesn't fit. That one is, they're both $84.99 or $89.99. So, but I want that for my front porch, and then I'm just going to, so instead of doing 3 or 4 pots, I'm just going to do one big pot of my greenery the way I make it. I can insert a video up top so you can see from my DIY channel how I create these pots. But so that's the idea of it, and I was able to convince my husband that that's the way we should go, because I'm going to save money in the long run, because I'm not buying all that greenery for all the pots and the Christmas trees I'm going to have for years to come. So, and I want them to be potted because they tend to be bottom heavy, and then I can even add more heaviness on top because we do get quite the wind. So if I just bought one that has a stand and then trying to do something to make it be heavy, it would just be too complicated. This is just an easier way to make sure that they're not flying all over my front. And we are planning, the next department is up to my husband. We don't really have much else happening on my front lawn as far as Christmas goes. We don't seem to be able to agree on the color of lights. So I have told my husband my job is front porch. He can do whatever he wants for the house and the lawn. So we might have stuff there, we might not. It totally depends on him. Because he's the one, if he wants lights, he's the one that's going to have to go put them up. Some lawn decor, I love, like all the deers and all that stuff, but we have no luck, from the wind hitting it and ripping it apart to rabbits chewing up all the wires, the electrical wires. We just haven't had much luck. I would love to find some giant ornaments to put on, but they don't sell them anymore anywhere in Canada that I can find. And I've seen some DIYs made with balls and these large balls and making them into ornaments, and they look beautiful, but they'd be gone in like half a second, no matter what. Like, I don't know how I would anchor them to the ground. They would be flying across the street onto the busy road. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do there. Like I said, it's up to him. There are 3 beautiful snowmen at Costco that we like, but they're like $260, so it's a little bit more than that I would like to spend. I told him that Jack Skellington from the fall decor that I wanted would look good dressed up as a Santa on the front porch, but he doesn't want to hear about it. So anyways, so that's up to him. So I will show you and let you know once I'm decorating my front porch if we have anything or if we're planning on doing anything for that. And then I would like to get some bells. I would like to get large bells. Last year I got bells that were about this big from Amazon, but I really want to get larger bells. I think there's a set of 3 of them for about $50 on Amazon, which I think is just ridiculous. But anyways, so I would preferably like 2 sets, but I think I'm just gonna buy one. And then I'm gonna do some ribbon. I want to switch out all of my ornament for the balls, ornament hanging ties into ribbons if I haven't done that, because I kind of started doing that last year. So I'll probably shop for ribbon at first I'm gonna try Dollarama and Dollar Tree, see what I can find there. And then also I would like some velvet ornaments. So that's another thing. I've been trying to figure out how to DIY velvet ornaments, and the flocking fibers are the way to go. We cannot find flocking fibers anywhere here. I found them on Etsy, which are a great price at about $6.99 for a bag of flocking material, plus $24 for shipping. So that's, I'm not, because I would like several different colors, and so, and for each color it's that much for shipping, so I'm not even entertaining that idea. So I'll probably DIY some ornaments. I did that last year and I absolutely love the way they turned out, so I'll probably do some more on that. So if you are stopping by this channel for the very first time, I have 1, 2, 3 full-size Christmas trees on the main floor. I have 1 Christmas tree in the basement and 1 Christmas tree on my landing upstairs. They're all full-size Christmas trees. And then I have a smaller one in our bedroom, and then a whole bunch of little ones just scattered throughout the house. So I do need significant amounts of ornaments. Now for my front tree, which is my slim tall tree, 9-foot tree, it was always had a bit of a woodsy theme, but I really wanna do it in a woodsy natural theme. Kind of get rid of some of the white, because I have a lot of white on there. Get rid of that and replace it with more of like natural materials. I do love the beaded ribbon, but again, I have to find one that's not gonna break the bank. And even making one, it was gonna cost me a lot of money to get all the wooden beads. So we'll see what's gonna go there, what's gonna happen in that department. But anyways, and then moving on to this room, I will spruce up the garland again that goes here. I think I'm just going to start with the basic normal garland and then add a lot of eucalyptus leaves into it. And then I like going into my garden. I have a giant cedar tree that my husband is dying to get rid of, but he hasn't yet. So I like chopping branches off and using that in my decor. With, if you soak the branches for like 24 hours and then put them in the water, with the vase with water, they last for a long time. So I like to do that, add that into my decor. And last year I even stuck a couple of them into my garland. They stay green as long as you're not touching it like a month later, because then all of it just kind of falls down, but it does look good. So I might I have some artificial stuff, so I might put that and then just use the real stuff where in the vases. So we'll see about that. So anyway, so this room kind of stays in the greenish black kind of Christmas theme with lots of wood accents. And then we move on to my dining room, and that's where I have my frosted tree. And there I am planning on using a lot of the rustic looking ornaments. So last year, one of my subscribers, because I was trying to figure out which ribbon to go with, I was thinking, should I go red, should I go black? And she's like, how about brown? And it was like, psh, awesome, such a great idea. So that's kind of what I'm gonna go over there with, a lot of rust colored and browns and just kind of like gold tones. So I will be switching out some stuff in there, and then and kind of carry that same theme throughout the dining room. And then I'm gonna go into my family room, and there I have the traditional colored Christmas tree, and that's where I would like to add some suede velvet ornaments, because it's a lot of green, red, and gold. The kitchen is a gingerbread theme, so there's gonna be a lot of fun gingerbread stuff. I have a big red house that I last year used. I don't know if so I've been, as much as I said I love red and I like adding it, but I've been wanting, like in my mind, thinking I'm gonna paint this house black because I really like the way that looks, but I'm not sure if I should do it or if I should just maybe buy a black house. I should go thrifting and see what they have, because I'm sure they have a lot of stuff that I can do. I just feel bad painting this house black that I just purchased last year for like $34.99. So we'll see what will happen. Maybe I can do big red one and then a whole bunch of small black houses around it. We'll see what we'll do. So anyways, but the kitchen is gingerbread. Then my tree upstairs is going to stay a Disney tree. That's where we put all of our Disney ornaments. We're a big Disney family. We buy Disney ornaments every time we go. So we've got ornaments from the cruise. We've got ornaments from Hawaii, from Aulani, Disney Aulani. We've got Disney World. So that stays that way. And then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with my bedroom. That was a Canadiana kind of theme. I might keep that theme going for that room, just because, so I don't have to buy more new ornaments. I might pull ornaments from my front, pull ornaments from my dining room, and put them in there. And then the basement tree, so I did a Candyland elf kind of theme. I will probably just add more to that theme. I know Dollarama carries a lot of stuff for that kind of theme, so I might just add buy a few more ornaments there, because what happened was I had a small tree that I had enough ornaments for, and then there was a mishap with the tree that I was buying for my bedroom, and then I ended up buying this other tree and it was too big for the bedroom, so I moved it to I swapped the trees, and so that tree is big now, so it would definitely could use more ornaments. But it's a fun tree, it changes colors, it flashes, and I thought that would be perfect for the daycare space, for the kids to enjoy that tree. It's fun, and it'll teach them not to touch the ornaments as well, because that's going to be another challenge on its own. Every year when new children start, I always have to teach them that they can look but not touch. So look with their eyes, not with their hands. So these are kind of my plans for Christmas. Like I said, I will be starting, actually today I'm taking down all of my fall decor and getting the house cleaned so it's nice and clean. It's gonna get like a spring cleaning. I call it fall cleaning, but it's like spring cleaning, and then all of that's gonna get cleaned up so that way I can start fresh with empty canvas and go with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some ideas on how to maybe plan out your decorating, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. I also want to thank you all for all the love you've given me on my last video. I appreciate it so very much. So until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you all. Next video will be cleaning, and then we'll be decorating. So I'll see you all in my next video. Hello my friends, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be undecorating all of my fall decor and giving my living room and maybe possibly some other rooms a really good deep cleaning. I want to get everything done before I start decorating for Christmas, which is coming up so soon, and I always like to have a very clean slate before any seasonal change of decor. And this video has been requested because I always talk about it, and I don't think I've hardly showed how I really deep clean the whole room so it's ready for next season decor. So I am going to start off by removing and storing decor that's fall, and then I'm going to start adding the decor pieces that I might reuse, like vases, lanterns, all that stuff, into a separate area. I'll probably just end up leaving it on a coffee table until I'm ready to decorate for Christmas, so that way I'm not moving it to different areas all the time. But I'm gonna bring up my bins and then I'm going to get started. And I just want to say welcome to my channel. My name is Sonja if you're stopping by for the very first time. And I hope that you enjoy this video. I hope you find it inspirational, and if you do, I would love it if you considered subscribing. And for all of you, don't forget to hit a like button, leave me a comment down below, let me know where you're from, what you enjoyed about this video, and now we can get started. So I'm going to start off by bringing up my bins, my Halloween and fall bins from the basement. And I like to set them up right in front of the banister, all open, and sort things by like materials, like pumpkins in one, signs in the other, and such. I am also going to get a box. I just have a couple boxes from Amazon, empty box for donations. Now, I did go through a lot of my decor before I decorated, just kind of things that I no longer liked. I either put them in a bin for repurposing, or I put them in a bin for donation. So I'm not 100% sure how much donating I will actually have. There was a bin of decor that I did not use this year, so I did want to go through it and just kind of see what speaks to me and what doesn't, and what to do with it. I would like to know, do you guys deep clean your house before decorating? I just feel that once all the decor goes up, I don't really have a chance of really giving a house a proper dusting and cleaning, because there's just so much to move out of the way. And obviously I'm not going to be dusting my mantles when they are full of decor and garlands on it. Just more of a like a little surface dusting. So I always, whenever I am switching out decor, like to give the room full deep clean. It's kind of like what it ends up being, almost like every 6 to 8 weeks. I think it was the Fly Lady method, where she kind of deep cleans everything. So every 6 weeks she starts a cycle kind of thing of deep cleaning, and it's areas that you don't clean every single day. So like underneath the couches, baseboards behind the couches, dusting areas that you don't typically do on weekly basis. So that's what I'm going to be doing primarily, as well as just dusting certain areas. I don't think I wiped down any of the surfaces here dusted, because it's about a week before my decorating, so I know I'm going to be dusting just before I decorate it, so that way it's freshly cleaned. I like using these bags from Dollarama. I get them from Dollarama just to fit all my pillows in, and then I suck the life out of them to flatten them. That way I can store a couple of them stacked up on a shelf. Now, these are a couple of years old, so I am not sure whether they're going to keep their shape for much longer. I just find things don't last as long as they should when you get them from Dollarama. But nevertheless, if I'm able to fit them into all these bags and store them like that, I'm happy with it as well. I'm not storing them in bins or anything like that. They just go on a shelf. So right now I'm just going to go around the house and pick up all the decor. So I started in the living room. There's some decor in foyer. I also going to take some stuff off of my dining room as well as the kitchen. So here is everything packed up. I have room in this one for all the outdoor stuff still. And then I wrapped, as you saw, the twine around all the florals, so that way they keep together when they go into the big floral bin. And this one has all the pumpkins and then just a table runner. This one is mismatch of signs and pumpkins. This is just Halloween, and this will be half and a half. I have a few things in the basement still that I'll put in there as well, and I'm going to suck the air out of these and close that one so that way they go nicely on to my shelf. And then I'm going to start cleaning this up. So I want to move the furniture, vacuum behind all the furniture, and then also just wash all the baseboards and walls and dust everything there. So I am going to be using my Dyson to do that, and then the drawing mop, which I will show you in just a minute. So first thing that I did was move the couch and vacuum the baseboards as well as the back of the couch. I do find there's an air return behind it, and it always collects all the dust. I also wanted to take some cobwebs down, and I'm just using my vacuum to do that.
Once I was completely done cleaning my living room, I moved on to my foyer. Let me tell you, I always have dog slobber, thanks to Duke, which is this guy right here, on my walls. So having that mop came in super convenient. It just cleans so well. And I'm confident that the mop is clean before I clean another surface because of the little bucket with cleaning little tool that it has. I love this front foyer carpet that I have. I did get this from IKEA, but let me tell you guys, it holds dirt like nothing else I've ever seen. I vacuum it every single day, and every single day it fills up my canister. I just don't get it. So once I was done cleaning my foyer and my hallway, I just didn't want to be continuously repeating the same process for you. I did clean my walls here as well, but I did want to show you that every seasonal change, I do take all my dishes down and I dust them, as well as my hutch. I give it a good wipe down. I use just a damp cloth to dust my dishes. They're not dirty. I just want to take the dust off of them. And for dusting the hutch, I do use the Method wood polisher. I do still have to deep clean my kitchen as well, which might or might not be a separate video for you guys. I just really wanted to give you an idea of how I prep my house for new season. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. And also, like I said, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Hello my friends, today I'm very excited to be bringing you yet another Decorate With Me video for Christmas, and this definitely is one of my favorite to make, and it is outdoor decorating, especially the front porch. So without further ado, let's get started. So here is my front porch all cleared up. I have brought up my 2 new Christmas trees that I'm going to be adding to the pots. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I typically just do pot arrangements in these pots, but I thought change it up this year and do something different. I'm not going to be decorating the side porch because I haven't really found that I'm using it, but I will be making one more arrangement because I feel like I need one. So I'm going to start off by assembling my Christmas trees. Now, I did purchase these at Walmart. I shared what type of a tree this is in one of my previous videos when I was talking about my plans for Christmas decor, and I was very pleased that they did fit. I was worried that they were going to be too wide and they're going to encroach in the passage, but they were perfect. Perfect size. They did take a little bit of fluffing up, but once I was done with it, I was quite pleased with the way they looked, and it just brings light to the front porch as well. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, welcome. My name is Sonja, and I do decorating, seasonal decorating videos on this channel, along with some organization, clean with me type of videos. So if this is something that you think you would love to watch, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way you get notified when things pop up. I still have few more videos for Christmas decorating in the Christmas decorating series, so you definitely want to have that notification bell on. And if you had missed some of my videos, I will link the playlist in the description box so you can catch up on all of them. And I also want to thank each and one of you that have taken the time to watch my videos and comment and press like. I appreciate you so very much, and I love connecting with you through this platform, and having you be part of my YouTube family. I did set up my other tree off camera just because I didn't want to bore you with me fluffing the tree. Kind of got the idea of how that's done with my first tree. Now I take this I think this was a wash basin. I got this from a friend of mine from her father-in-law's house a few years back, and I've been kind of using it on and off for different seasons. I'm going to put a pot insert in here with dirt because this is where I'm going to do my little Christmas pot arrangement, my Christmas urn. I did get all my greenery, most of my greenery this year at Walmart and Canadian Tire. The birch branches I've had on hand, and all the other like berries and other fillers that I added, I already had on hand from previous years. This used to be one of my favorite things to do. We used to have a florist that was in town, and she would organize a little wine and urn night. She used to call it wine and pot night, but and we would go to her house, and she had a full setup where she had all the greens available to us that we could purchase as we were building our urns, our pots, and she had all sorts of different fillers, and we could gather up all of our friends, kind of girlfriends, to go, and it was just a fun night out with the girls and doing something creative and having some wine. Unfortunately, she had moved away and is way too far. I think it's about hour and a half now for us to drive, so we've been kind of doing did it a few times in my sister's garage, but we seem to have an issue with finding time that works for all of us, so we've decided to just do things on our own. So I like to do droopy branches first and kind of set up a base, and then I add more of a perkier branches as a backdrop, and then I add the fillers. I have several tutorials on how I actually do this step by step over on my DIY channel. So the link to that channel is in the description box and you can check it out. There's a couple different ways I've done them over the years, and I'm sure you can find one that you would like to see. And if you're having a hard time finding them, just drop me a message and I can send you a link, direct link to either one of those videos. There is just a few of them.
Whoa, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, da, 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 oh, oh, oh. La, da, da, da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh. La, da, da, da. Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree. And I've lit my house with Christmas lights. So you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all.
Once I add all my fillers, and these could be berries, I use that little twig ball, and then I add some, you can do curly willows in there. I couldn't find mine. I did find it now, so I might add that as well to it. Really anything. These, you can find these at dollar stores. My berries did come from dollar stores. They also have pine cone branches. Those would look good as well. This snowflake came from Dollar Tree, and I just painted it white. Like I said, I mean, possibilities are endless, and you can change it out every year, those embellishments, to suit the color of your style, the Christmas style color, and then just build it up and fill in as you go, so there's no empty spots, and that's it.
Till the sun comes up, these are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me.
And over here on the rocking chair, I do like to add a pillow and a blanket just to warm up the space, soften it up. And I chose a white one, and then I'm also adding a pillow here, and it just says sleigh rides. Now I have a same style of a pillow inside that says a Christmas tree farm, and I'm thinking I might swap them out because I feel like my front porch gave me, once it was done, those Christmas tree farm vibes. So that's what I was thinking about doing, is switching out those pillows. Now I'm going to add my garland. This was a DIY. Originally I did buy these wreaths at Michael's, several years back. They had all sorts of different stuff on them. Last year I did, however, take everything off, just kept the green base and added some cedar to it, some other greenery picks to it, and then also some blackberries. I just wanted something a little bit more neutral. The other one was very cutesy, and this one was definitely a lot more, I feel like, let's say, a lot more grown up. But I love it, and you know, you never know, maybe next year I will add something new to it. But I just love the size of them and how they look, and the greenery is really good quality, so I didn't want to just go out and buy a whole brand new wreaths. I just spruce these up a little bit, and I hang my wreaths with a fishing line, and I loop the fishing line to the inside where I have a command hook upside down. I don't know if you guys remember last year, I don't know if it was too cold, somebody had said to leave them sitting for a while, which I did try that as well, and it just did not, the command hooks did not work. Like I said, the day that I was decorating last year was I think the coldest day of winter. It felt that way anyways, and I don't know if that was affecting the command hooks, but they seemed to work on the other side. It was just I could not get them to stick to the front of the doors, so back to hanging them that way, and it doesn't really bother me. You can't even see the fishing line. And now I am adding my Merry Christmas sign. This was a very inexpensive DIY that I also created on my DIY channel, and it cost me $1.50 to do. And now I am just showing you, my husband has hung up the lights, and I'm quite happy with the way they look. I will show you in just a minute what they look like on. But just before I do that, I wanted to show you, I did add a little mat. I'm a little bummed because you can't even see what it says. It says Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, from Home Alone. So I think I'm gonna have to get a new one for here. And here are the lights on. I am going to have my husband switch them into several different modes just in a second, so you can see what all of that looks like. He ended up plugging them not together but separately. I do not know why he chose that, but they can connect to each other. Now let's get back to the porch, and here is what the porch looks like. Make sure you stay tuned till the end, because I will show you how everything all lit up together looks. I am so pleased with the way it looked. It went so much less than previous years, but I can't complain about it because I love it. Let me know what you guys think, especially if you've been around and seen my previous porches, what you guys think. Should have I added more, less, or do you think it's perfect? If you had enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching. Hello my friends and welcome to my channel. Today is a first video of Christmas decorating with me for 2023, and I will be taking you along as I decorate my front room, my front foyer, my entryway, whichever way you call it. I am very excited to be kicking off this decorating season and to actually decorate my house, and I'm so excited to be taking you along with me. So without further ado, let's get started. So I am starting at with a clean slate. I have cleaned this area, which is a video previous to this one, so I can link it up in the sky for you. And I also set up my Christmas tree in this area. I have my tall and slim tree. This is a 9-foot tree, and I fluffed it up, set it up so that way I'm not taking along with that one. I really took this year time to fluff up the trees, and I think it made such a big difference. Then I went into my garden and snipped some cedar. I needed to trim my tree at the front, so it came in at the right time, and I am adding them into this vase. Now I did fill up the vase with water, and if your house is really dry or you keep your temperature pretty high, I would recommend to keep checking the water and refilling it, and this will keep your cedar fresh looking for the whole season. I have done this for multiple years and never really had a problem. You could go one step further and soak the cedar if you want for a couple hours before adding it to the vase with water. This will make it last even longer. We had rain, so I did not soak my cedar, and I usually don't soak it anyways and never have a problem. I love the look of cedar, and unfortunately we don't have Hobby Lobby. I lucked out one year and got a bunch of cedar from HomeSense, but I have not been able to find any again. Now I did hear that Michael's had some, but knowing the prices at Michael's, the amount of cedar that I wanted to use in this year's decor, I would not be able to afford it. So I ended up going with the real deal, and I am absolutely loving the result. You can trim your branches to the length you need. You can make them as full or as not full as you want. Now, to add a little bit more texture to the vase, I am adding these eucalyptus leaves that I got from Dollarama. I did get them this year for fall decor, and I did just see them again, and they are so beautiful, so such a good quality and really great looking. So if you're on a hunt for decently priced eucalyptus leaves, make sure you head on over to Dollarama, because like I said, I absolutely love them. I've had a couple people come to my house during fall and run to Dollarama to get them themselves, because they are that good. Also want to mention that if you guys are enjoying this video and want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified when new videos come up. This will be next month and a half will be all about Christmas, so lots of different content coming your way, so make sure that bell is on, because I don't have a very consistent schedule at this time, so you never know when the new video will pop up, and having that bell on, it will notify you when it does. So next thing, I'm going to be adding the lantern, and I did add batteries to it this time, so that way it creates a really nice ambiance, especially in the evening. I like to add lots of lighting, soft lighting, when I'm doing my Christmas decor. I just think it adds such a whimsical feel. Then I added a little cutout board and I put my candle in it. I mentioned this before. I am slowly switching out all of my candles and wax melts to soya wax. Just supposed to be better for you. And I'm almost done all of the candles that I've had because I had a huge stock of candles. And this one is soya blend, so it has both the paraffin wax and I think it's paraffin wax and soy wax. But I just purchased some wax melts that were just soya wax. So I'm looking forward to using those and see how they work out. Now I'm going to add this basket. I got this basket at HomeSense and I just added some bubble wrap to raise it up a little bit and some burlap at the bottom. And I'm adding these branches. Now I've had these branches for a while. I just did trim our white birch at the front and ended up with more branches. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using those inside or outside. And then to add a little bit more texture to it, I'm going to cut off some cedar branches here and add those to here as well, just to kind of tie everything together. I'm also going to be adding this blanket. I love this blanket. I have a pillow that's very similar to this, and this blanket kind of set off my color decor scheme last year, and I'm still love using it. I do apologize for Duke. He has to be part of everything that I do. So on the opposite side, I'm adding this deer, and as I showed you, the antler had fallen off, so I do have to hot glue it to his head. And then I also want to add this little tree. Now this little tree I picked up, I'm not sure whether it was Dollarama or Dollar Tree, but I just want to say, if you want these cheaper but budget friendlier trees to look a little bit more expensive, you can always find a pot that you like and add them to it. I just think it elevates the look so much, and usually it's things you have around the house. I had that pot for a while now. I did buy it at Dollarama, but it does not look like a Dollarama pot. Now I felt like I needed another Christmas tree, so I have added this one. I've had these for a while. I think they came from Shoppers Drug Mart. My mom bought a whole bunch of them and then ended up giving some to me and some to my sister. And I added some twinkling lights to it, and I shaped the branches to go down so it almost looks like an alpine tree a little bit. I do have some alpine trees that I'm using in a living room, and I thought that would tie all of it kind of together. So I did take a pause, and this is the next day. I did run out to the store and pick up these bells at HomeSense. As you can see, I think one was $16.99 and one was $14.99. Not the most affordable ones, but they're pretty much the only ones that I could find that size, and I really wanted to add bells to the bottom of this shelf. I love bells. I love the cowbells, and they are so hard to find here. I know that Sheridan Nursery has some for around $30, but they're fairly small. I did order some last year off of Amazon, and I know Amazon has a couple different sizes. The bigger ones that are about this size for three, it's about $50, and the smaller ones are, I think, $16.99, which they seem to be a little bit more affordable. So, but I love the way these look right here, and I'm pleased that I was able to find them. Now we are moving on to trimming the tree, and I like to keep the tree in a woodsy style and theme. And I have been slowly adding decorations to it. A lot of them are DIY. Some I picked up at just like small little shops, local shops. And then there are a couple items from dollar stores as well. I would like to add a beaded ribbon to this tree. I think that would look really good. And I have a couple plans to DIY some ornaments as well, kind of high-end dupes that I've seen. So I will be adding that to the tree as the season kind of goes, because I haven't done those DIYs yet. Those are plans for November. So I did not add a whole lot of ornaments just because I will be adding more to it as the time goes. Every tree, so I have 3 full-size trees on my main floor, and every single one of them has its own theme, and it's in its own room with its own theme kind of thing, but I try to kind of carry one color throughout. I happen to be carrying several colors. So the green is of the obvious color. I do like to add pops of red in every room, and then going with that rustic color, almost like a rust color, like the gold to brownish color throughout. I've been really loving that color. I have a lot of ornaments that I DIY last year that I used on a different tree, and I have similar color ornaments here that I purchased at a garden center. So I like to kind of carry those colors from room to room. Even though every room is different, it has a common color to tie it all together. And I do always feel that you need red, because Christmas is color red to me. So I always like to incorporate red. This year, it's going to be a little hard to keep the little hands off of it, but off of all the trees, but we have lots of time to practice. would love to know what are some of the styles of a tree decor that you guys have in your home. What color combinations do you like to use? My very first tree was gold and red, and that tree, although no longer I have, but or a lot of the ornaments I do still use, because my traditional tree is in my family room, and those are the primary colors that I use on that tree. But I would love to know what type of decorations do you guys use, the color, the style, and what you love. So once I was done trimming the tree, I did add a skirt, but my camera turned off. It is a burlap skirt that I've used for a couple years. I just think it looks really good in this area, and my lens is really dirty when the sun hits it. And then I also added the red mailbox. I think the kids are going to get a kick out of that mailbox.
One thing, is there anything that you're missing? I will keep you warm as soon as you remove that snow.
Now the last thing that I'm adding to my front entryway is this beautiful pine. I think it's the Norfolk pine wreath. I think I was calling it something different in one of my other videos, so I do apologize for that. But I absolutely love this wreath. I did get it at Sheridan Nurseries, and it was $30. And I just love the way that looks.
Whatever we do, we will be alright. These holiday wonders will open your mind. May all your
To end this video, I'm going to give you a little tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you like the most, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you're returning, thank you so much for your continuing support. And if you want to go an extra mile, you can compare this decor with last year's, as I have all those videos down in the description box as well if you want to see how I decorated this area last year. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. Hello my friends, and welcome to another Christmas decorate with me video. In today's video I'm going to be sharing some decorating ideas for your living room. I am absolutely in love with the way my living room turned out, especially the fireplace, so I can't wait to share it with you. So let's get started. I always like to start by showing you a blank canvas. I had taken everything off, cleaned everything, and that way I don't have any clutter kind of clouding my decorating judgments. This video was recorded over a span of 2 days because by the time I got everything cleaned up, it was a little bit late for me to start decorating. I did, however, want to put on this garland. This garland I purchased many years ago at HomeSense. I actually bought 2 for my bigger fireplace, but you know, as the time goes, sales change. So I wanted to use it here, but I also wanted to spruce it up. So I added a command hooks and to the sides, but then decided that I do want maybe one for the middle as well. I wasn't sure whether I wanted it to droop down or to sit on top. I also wanted to add a whole bunch of greenery to it. I had some frosted eucalyptus leaves, I had some just lamb's ears, I had I think I had a whole bunch of other type of greenery that was frosted that I was going to use, and I also added some lights to it. So the reason why this is going so fast is because once I was done decorating it, I was so pooped and wanting to go to sleep. I went to sleep, and when I woke up in the morning, the garland and all the command hooks were on the floor. So I ended up redoing the whole thing over again, but I did want to show you real life because sometimes I do kind of do a dry run decor just to see how things turn out before and then I take them apart and then do them on the video. But this is a little bit harder to do, as if I was to take the garland off, I wouldn't be able to show you how I added all the things off. Meaning is that if I went and did it again, it would probably turn out differently. So I wanted to show you this one, and then you'll see soon enough what the other one looked like once the daytime was on and I put it back up. So while I'm decorating it, I just want to say welcome if you're stopping by for the first time. Welcome if you're returning. My name is Sonja, and on this channel I like to share lots of decorating ideas, especially seasonal, as well as with some cleaning and organizing. So if this is something that you think you'd be interested in watching, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit your notification bell, and if you are enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up. So here we are the next day. So I did replace the stickers for the command hooks again, and I actually waited several hours before hanging this up. I did decide to have it sitting on top. So like I was mentioning before, I used different types of frosted eucalyptus. I used some dogwood, boxwood, as well as some random greenery that I had just from Dollarama. I love Dollarama's greenery when they have it. They don't always have it, but when they do get it, it tends to be a pretty good quality and looks really good. So I also decided to take off the lights, and I added some twinkling lights, which I will have linked in the description box for you to check them out. I got them last year, a whole bunch of them, and I didn't really use them last year as much as I should have, but I am using them now simply because I wasn't too keen on having to turn them on. I kind of like to plug everything into my Wi-Fi plug and set a timer, and everything kind of goes on at the same time. But I'm loving the way the little twinkling lights look versus the old style Christmas lights. So going back to this garland, if you just have a simple garland, you can spruce it up just by adding random greenery that you have around your house, and it will give it some different texture. It will give it volume, and you can also add pine cones, Christmas balls. What else could you? Even those little berries. I mean, anything that you want to tie in your decor with, you can add here, and it will just give it such a custom look. You can layer different garlands, like if you have a frosted one, or and just a normal one, or if you have a cedar one or eucalyptus, you can layer it with a different style of a garland, and that will give it such a unique custom look. I love doing that. It's kind of one of a kind, and then every year it looks a little different, which is nice because it gives you that sense of you are having something new here. I did not purchase anything new for this room. I just used a lot of my DIYs that I have created over on my DIY channel last year, in this room especially, and then just some old decor that I've had from previous years. Alright, so I think I finally reached the look that I was going for. I will be sharing a closer look once I'm done decorating the whole thing. So I'm adding my old lantern. I absolutely love this lantern, and I use it at different areas throughout the house throughout the year. This year it's making its appearance on my fireplace. And then I like to kind of even out add something to the opposite side, just to kind of even it out. I thought I wanted these little Christmas trees here, but as you will see shortly, I will change my mind. Last year I used my deers here, and I thought maybe do something different, but I loved the way my DIY deers looked here last year. So once I've decided that the Christmas trees weren't working for me, I did end up adding the deers instead. So as you can see, I was going to use both of these trees here, but I thought it was too much greenery almost, so I decided against it, even though I love Christmas trees and love using them in all sorts of nooks and crannies and adding as many as I possibly could. It just wasn't working for me here. So like I said, I decided to add my deers here. The big deer I thrifted, he was a sparkling blue color, and the little deers are from Dollar Tree. They're the glass looking ones, and I just gave them a good coat of black chalk paint with I think I added baking soda into chalk paint or cornstarch. I'm not sure. I would have to go back and watch the video that I made last year over on my DIY channel. And I just love the way they look. And then on the opposite side, just to add the groups of three, I added a sign and then just a little vase, a DIY vase with some frosted cedar. And then I thought it would look good to add some twinkling lights inside the lantern as well. So here is a closer look of the finished product. Like I said, I absolutely love the way my garland looks. I think it's so unique with lots of different colors, textures, and it definitely voluminized it and made it look a lot more expensive. Now moving on, I'm going to add some stuff to this side table. So I'm starting off with my melting pot. This one came from Yankee Candle. A few years back, it was a gift from one of the daycare kids for Christmas. And then I'm going to add my wooden Christmas tree that I also purchased several years ago from HomeSense. And this tree is that deep green color that the garland has, so I thought it looked good and kind of complemented the garland, the color. And then on beside it, I added my nutcracker. This was another DIY on my DIY channel. And then inside of it, I had purchased these they're soya melting wax, soya wax melting things, and they're all in a Christmas scent. I did think I showed it to you a little bit better than I did, but I will link them down in the description box. I got them at on Amazon. I am slowly switching out all of my candles and melting things for melting wax for soy wax. It's just supposed to be a little bit better for you, I guess, than a regular candles and all things. I still have a few left because I have just started doing the switch over last year, and I had purchased quite a bit of Yankee candles the year before, so I'm still working through them because I do burn them seasonally. Now on the opposite side, I have another side table, and I thought I wanted a lamp here, but then I realized that I had brought the lamp from my family room and it's in the corner there, and it was just too many lamps for my liking. So I ended up removing it and decided that I was going to add a vase to this space because I felt like this area needed some greenery. So this is a thrifted vase that I had upcycled, but I couldn't put water in it. I had to put another vase inside of it with water because it had a little crack and it was leaking. So I just got one of those hurricane vases from Dollar Tree. It fit perfectly in, and I filled it up with water because I am using, again, that real cedar here. And then I'm adding, I think this is some form of a eucalyptus. I got this, and I think it was at HomeSense many years ago, and I'm just adding it here for that little bit extra frostiness and to kind of tie in the frosted eucalyptus that I have on my garland. Then I went ahead and added a picture frame from past Christmases. It's the kids' picture in there, and then a little house from Dollar Tree that I had spray painted white with white chalky paint, and another one of those nutcrackers. And I think this little vignette or little decor looks really cute, and I can't believe how little the kids look on that picture. Now we're gonna move on to the coffee table, and I just needed to wipe it down because I had some of the frosted picks here, so all that little frostiness was on it. So I'm adding back my pillar candles that I got just at fall season at HomeSense, and then I'm going to add my truck. My truck was missing for a couple seasons, so it's back here again. And I was going to add this Christmas tree. This is from Dollarama, but you will see I quickly changed my mind and added a different one. I thought that the frosted one would look a little bit better here. And here is my lovely couch that I'm going to add this faux fur blanket on. I just want to address the couch. So I've had this couch for a very long time. We don't use this room very often. The couch isn't in a bad shape. And after we spent a lot of money last year on new furniture, new appliances, the whole downstairs redo, I do not have money to replace this furniture when it technically doesn't need to be replaced. But somebody pointed out how ugly it is, and I don't think it's ugly. I just think it's not maybe as in style as a gray piece or a beige piece would be. So I try to make it look as appealing as possible, but it is a very comfortable couch, and we do sit here on occasions, and I like to be comfortable. So until I have enough money to buy exactly what I want, this couch will have to be. And if you don't like looking at this couch, you can always just fast forward through this part. I think with the pillows and the blankets, I don't think it looks that bad. And now on the other side of the couch, I am adding my alpine trees. I did purchase these last year. I really wanted a set, and I had ended up finding one on Amazon. It wasn't Prime. It took a while to come, but nevertheless, they did come. I used them last year, and I am excited to use them again this year. It just has that right amount of natural look that I want in my decor. They do require a decent amount of fluffing up before you can use them, and the branches need to be pointed down to give that alpine tree look. And then to complete the look, I did add some of those same twinkling lights here that I also added on the garland, and I don't think I showed that part, and into the lamp. And here is the final product. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Make sure your notification bell is on, and I would love to know what you guys think about this decor, so please leave me down a comment in the comment section, and don't forget to come back because I have a lot more coming your way. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. Hello my friends, and welcome to my video. Today's video is Christmas family room decorate with me, and this is a fourth video in this year's Christmas decorate with me series, and I can't wait to share with you how cozy this room turned out. Here is a quick little look of my room. This has taken me probably several days to complete. I started off by setting up the tree and fluffing it. I did not take you along for that. We all know, well, I hope we all know how to fluff a tree, but if you don't know how to fluff it, you just fluff it until you reach the desired thickness of the tree. So I'm starting off with my mantle, and I had already put my command hooks here. I just used clear ones here, and then I didn't have enough, so I did use a small white one just in the middle, because originally I wasn't going to use one in the middle, but we all know how that turned out in my living room. So I'm starting off with this cedar garland. This is last year's purchase from HomeSense. It was a steal. I think I paid like $34.99 for it, and I think it's 9 feet long, so really good deal. And then I did purchase my Norfolk pine garland at Canadian Tire. Now, an FYI, I paid $59.99 for it, but I did double check what their price guarantee was. The lady told me it was 14 days. She did tell me that that's now standard across all Canadian Tires. So it happened to come on sale 7 days later for 25% off. So I did go back to get my money back. So I think the wreaths end up being $42 or $44. So a little bit of savings, but I did use that saved money to purchase something else, which I will share with you in just a little bit. This Norfolk pine isn't the easiest garland to work with. It's not very bendable the way I wanted it to be, but I did love the end result. If you're stopping by my channel for the very first time, my name is Sonja, and on this channel we do lots of decorating videos, especially seasonal decorating, and I also share lots of cleaning and organizing videos as well, sprinkled in between the decorating. So if this is something that you enjoy watching, I would love it if you considered subscribing, and don't forget to press the notification bell so you get notified when my videos come up. I still have a few Christmas decorate with me videos coming your way, so you definitely want that notification bell to be on so you get notified when those do pop up on my channel. So I don't know if you guys have been seeing, but it is very much in style to have a bit of an offset garland, so longer on one side, shorter on the other. I wanted my top to be really thick, so I did use the new garland and just doubled it up on top. It is each of them were 6 feet, so it is a shorter garland, and my mantle is quite long. I think it's almost 65 inches, if it's not even longer, because I think it was 65 inches when it was original, and I did build the top for it last year, and I think I made it a little bit bigger. So let's say right around 70 inches, which I'm not quite sure how many feet that is. But anyways, I put 2 of the Norfolk garlands on top, and then I just had the cedar one hanging down. It is a little bit thinner than I would like it. I am considering adding maybe a little bit more greenery to the bottom of it just to thicken it up, but I haven't done that in this video. You'll just have to come back and see if I did it when I share my home tour. To attach the garland and keep it kind of in place, I did use a little bit of a twine just to tie it up. You can also use twist ties if you want, or add more command hooks, but I found that the burlappy twine, like the brown twine, worked very well for that. On the end of it, I did add some bells. These are small bells that I had purchased last year on Amazon. It was a set of, I think, like 10 or 12 of them, and I stringed them together with a jute rope just to give it that rustic hanging cascading look. And I also added some, well, I was going to add some black ribbon to it, and then I did change my mind and just left the bells as they were. Now moving on, I'm going to start decorating the tree. And if you've been around on this channel, you know that the tree in my family room is very traditional Christmas tree, lots of traditional colors, your reds, your golds, and your greens. So I'm starting off with this berry wreath. Now I've had this since my husband and I moved in together, which is like, oh my goodness, like 27 years ago. Well, maybe not that long, about 25 years, let's say. And I add that to my tree all around it, and just kind of have branches popping out. I love how subtle that look is. Here and there you just see these little berries popping out. I've been doing this, like I said, ever since I had a tree. There was a period where I had made a garland out of the wreath out of this garland, but then that lasted for a few years, and then I took it apart and added the trees back into the added the garland back into the tree. I think it's just such a nice classic look, and I just love doing it. Once I'm done adding the garland, I'm going to start with my largest ornaments that I have. So the largest ones are bells. These came from Dollarama, and I just take two of them and just loop them together, and then I hang that onto a tree so they look like they are tied together. You can tie them as well. I've just been doing it this way, and I love the look. I should really go get 2 more because I have 4 of them, and I think 3 sets would look better than 2. I always think odd numbers together are better than even numbers. Now next ornaments are these pomegranates, and again I've had these for several years. I did purchase them at a florist at the mall. There used to be this store that had an amazing Christmas decorations and would really do up beautiful setup of a living room in their display, and then they had several different themed trees, and I just fell in love with everything that they've had. The owners now have changed, and the people that own it now don't go all out for Christmas the way she used to, but when she did, I purchased some of these ornaments from her. I even remember back then they were like $20 an ornament, so it was a bit of a splurge for me, but nevertheless, they have lasted me several years. I'm going to now just add some pickles to the tree. I did talk about these pickles last year. They are just from Dollar Tree. I did purchase several of them, but my niece ended up taking a few of them because she thought it was the cutest thing to have a pickle on a tree. So I gave her a couple sets. So I have, I think, 4 on the tree. It's my husband's thing, so, and we don't hide the pickle. The pickles are pretty obvious, but I guess you can hide the pickles, and then whoever finds the pickle gets an extra Christmas present. But my husband saw a pickle tree in Epcot in a German pavilion, and he fell in love with it. If he had it his way, this tree would be a pickle tree, but we know better. So the next ornaments, I'm adding my gold ornaments and then my red ornaments. They're the same size, and they're just gold speckled ornaments. And now these are a little bit different. They are more have more design on them. So I have a couple in this size, and then I also have same ones but in a smaller size. And I don't have really a system of adding these on. I just kind of put some on, look back, see where there's spot for more, where it looks bare, and then I add the other ornament there. And I try not to have too many same colors clustered together, kind of spread it out. And once all the big balls are on, I'm going to go ahead with smaller ones and just add them around again. And then once all my balls are on, I go with ornaments. Most of my ornaments either came from Canadian Tire or Dollar Store that are here. There's one that's from our travels, and then I think that's about sums it up from where my ornaments came from. Yes, and once ornaments are on, these grapes go on. I've talked about these grapes. I think every year I share this video. They came from a dollar store called Looney Lizard. When we first bought the tree, I thought they were the coolest thing, and I've been putting them on a tree since then alongside the berries. I think the berries even came from the same dollar store. And I think I have about 20 of them, and I just placed them all over the tree. My tree that was here used to be bigger, uh, and it was a Michael's tree, and I had it for over 20 years, and it completely disintegrated. So this is a second year for this tree. So, but I don't think I have too many grapes. I think I just have enough. Once all the grapes were on, I did proceed to add this angel, which refused to stay on. I struggled with it for a little bit. I did manage to put it up. It did end up falling. So when I do my final video, the tree does not have an angel on it. I'm not sure if I'm going to add one, but I'm going to see if I can find something better to put on top. It is cracked on the bottom, and I think that's why it keeps flipping off. But I did try to put them on because everything else is fine. It's just the little base is cracked. So let's see if I can fix it or buy something new. We'll see. And the last thing that this tree needed was a skirt. I did purchase this last year at HomeSense, and I love it. It's fairly large. I think it would be good for a much bigger tree, but it does work here. You just have to tie it at the back. The ties sometimes do come apart, but it doesn't bother me whatsoever. This is where the presents go as well, so it does hold it in, the presents will hold it in place. And I do want to report that the tree's been up now for a week, and the kids, even though they don't spend a lot of time up here, the daycare kids, it is our kind of meeting point in the morning and at the end of the night. They have not touched it once. I am very impressed. Now my husband has finally installed these things that I bought last year when we were renovating at HomeSense. I did end up painting the inside black. It was more of a rust kind of silver color, but I did paint it black because I thought it would look better on my with my decor. The wood around it is very similar to the wood that I have on my coffee table as well as my mantle. And I am adding these wreaths. Now I share this wreath at the first video that I shared, which was my front entryway, because I originally put one there. It is a Norfolk pine wreath. They're the mini wreath. They're 6-inch on the inside, and I absolutely love them. So I decided that I wanted 2 of them, so I added 2 here. And for the front foyer, I bought a different wreath, which you will again just have to come back for the home tour to see which wreath I did use. It was a very budget friendly wreath, and I was very happy that I found them. I wanted to share a closer look so you can see how beautiful these wreaths are, because the light during that time was not the greatest. So this is the next day, and as we sat with our tree, we felt like it was missing something, and my husband thought that he wanted some berries in a tree. So we went to Sheridan Nurseries, which is a great store for Christmas decor. It is very pricey as well. Sometimes you can find good deals. A lot of my Christmas trees came from there. However, the berries were a little bit expensive, and I thought that I could probably find some at Dollarama, and I sure did. I found these. However, we did not love the leaves on them, so I bought 8 of them, and I did remove the leaves off. And then when I was removing the leaves, I did notice that there was one that the leaves were different than the other ones, and I thought that those leaves probably would have worked. These were, I don't know, I just did not love these wreaths whatsoever, but they just ripped off. I was struggling with a price sticker to take it off, but the leaves came right off, and then the berries looked like the ones that came from Sheridan. However, the ones at Sheridan were $19.99, and these were, I think, $2, $2.25. So a lot cheaper, especially when you're buying 8 of them. I have similar ones for my pot outside, so I knew that somebody had them, just couldn't remember whether it was Dollarama or Dollar Tree, but it was Dollarama that had them. So I'm just spreading out the little branches, and now I'm going to just add it to little spots where we felt like it was bare. So this, combined with the little mini berries from the garland, just made the tree look even more spectacular. I have to give credit for this to my husband, who tends to get involved in my decorating all the time. And this time it was for a good cause. So these are the berries, the rest of the berries. So I just wanted to show you how nice this looks. So remember how I told you I saved money on the garland, and when we were at the Sheridan Nurseries, I found some bells. I am going to replace the bells that are hanging here because those are bigger and nicer looking, and I thought they would look better here. I also added some twinkling lights to my garland as well. One of them was acting up a little bit, but I did manage to fix it. So I'm quite happy that I found these bells. They were, I think I will show you the price tag. I think they were $24.99. So as you can see, they're much bigger than the other ones. And here is a little look on the fireplace with the fire on, and I just think it looks beautiful. I love this garland, and I love the bells. It makes my heart happy. Now I'm going to turn my camera this way and do something about the couches, the coffee table, and the side table. I thought I'd show you these pillows. I did get these last year at HomeSense. It was set of 2, and I did only add 2 pillows here because I already have the black stripe ones here as well, and I thought 2 would have been is enough. And then I added a nice white soft blanket to the other side. And on the chair, I added my holidays pillow that I've had for several years, and it's from HomeSense as well. For the coffee table, I'm going to add a vase that I purchased last year. It was actually this year at the, it was last year at HomeSense. It was on clearance, and I added some cedar branches. Now, these cedar branches are real branches. Several years back, I bought a bunch, like a bouquet of them at HomeSense, and I know that I paid $12.99, and I think there was like 12 of them in there. So I used several of them in here. And then I paired it up with a tree from Dollarama, my DIY bell, and then I thought I wanted some antlers and this candle. This candle came from Dublin Mercantile over in Bayfield, Ontario, and I love that candle. Don't love the smell of it all that much, but I love the look of it. So I kind of played around as to what I wanted this to look like. I'm not sure that I am 100% with the end result. I might play around with it a little bit more, but I would love to know what you guys think about the end result. Do you like it? Do you think I should add something, remove something? I would love to know. Sometimes all it takes is one of you to suggest something that I didn't think of, and it would be like the light bulb goes off. And over here I have a diffuser, which I'm just going to put on the floor. I can use it on the floor. And I still haven't found a side table that I want that will go here perfect. I'm still on a hunt because I am looking for secondhand, so it does take a little time. And I'm adding my little red house that lights up. This is, well, it's not that little, but it is a house. It came from HomeSense last year, and I'm pairing it up with a little burlap Christmas tree from Dollarama. I did put some twinkling lights on this tree as well, just to add some more light to this area. I like that the candle in the house flickers. However, it is a little bit more yellow than the rest of the lights that I have going on in the house. And to complete this look, I'm going to be adding my little red truck that I've had now for a while, and I think it did come from HomeSense as well. Now, the trees in this truck are completely different color, but I don't care. I think it all looks really cute. So here is my room all done, and I would love to know what you guys think. And I know some people have asked me last year when I shared I do not have one of those frame TVs. That is just a YouTube channel that I googled. That I searched for. It's Christmas art, TV art, screensaver, and you can choose from many different ones, and that is what I put on, and I love it. You can have one for every season. So I think this room turned out so cute. I love it. It's very traditional colors, and it kind of ties all the red throughout the house together, and I love it. Let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and I will see you all in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Christmas Decorate With Me of 2023 video. Today we're working on my dining room and adding tons of Christmas decor. I hope you find this video inspirational and get tons of Christmas decorating ideas for your space. So let's get started. If you have seen my previous video, well, a couple previous videos back, I did some deep cleaning. I took all my dishes off, dusted everything, wiped everything down. I also cleaned my walls, baseboards, all the fun stuff, because once I put all the decor in, it's kind of hard to get to do the deep cleaning while all the decor is on, just more of a surface dusting. So I'm starting my decor over here on my hutch, and this year I have decided not to do a complete overhaul of the hutch, but rather keep some of the pieces on that I love having here and just adding the Christmas decor to it. So some of the pieces that I like keeping here is this painting as well as the driftwood. They all have a little bit of a sentimental value. And then I have my thrifted candelabra. And then again, I went ahead into my yard because I have this massive tree that needs a lot of trimming, and I cut off a branch and I'm using it as garland on top of the hutch. I think this worked out really well. It's not going to be an area that's going to be touched very often, so I'm hoping that the branch will stay intact. I can always spray it with some hairspray just to make sure that everything stays in its place. And then wherever I was feeling like it needed a little bit more greenery, I just added small branches that I've cut off as well. And I just love the contrast of the cedar against the black. I think it looks so good. And I love the texture of cedar and the look. And now I'm going to add these wooden Christmas trees. Now I have 2 of these that I had purchased many years ago at a florist where I went to do my Christmas pots. She also was selling these trees. One of them had broken completely, and the 2 are still somewhat intact. And then a couple years back, I DIY'd a couple of them and kind of tried to make them look very similar to these, so that way I could have like a Christmas farm look whenever I put them all together, and that is what I was trying to create on this corner. Also want to say that if you guys are stopping by my channel for the very first time, welcome. My name is Sonja, and this is my decorating channel where I give you tons of seasonal decorating ideas, and then I sprinkle in some cleaning and organizing. So if this is something that you think you would enjoy watching, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified when my new uploads are popping up. And those of you returning, I just want to say that I am so very grateful for having you here and watching my videos and commenting. It means the world to me. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. Now we are moving on to the shelves, and like I said, I am just going to add a few little touches. I just felt like less is more this year for this hutch. I don't always feel this way. Every year is different, but this year this is what my style is going to be for this room anyways. So I just added a beaded garland just to continue with that wood look, and then I added a green and a red jingle bell into the little pot. And then on the bottom here, I'm adding my little Christmas tree farm sign that I DIY'd a while back as well, and then my red truck with the Christmas tree, and there's your little pop of red color on this hutch. I think this turned out really cute. I'm very happy with the way it looks. Like I said, going for the less is a more look. Now I'm moving on to my tea card. I did move it away from the one corner because that's where the Christmas tree is now. And I'm adding this Noel sign that I had purchased, oh, I would say maybe 6-7 years ago at Costco, but it has nice coloring. I kind of went away from it for a couple years and I brought it back last year. It just, the colors on it are working for me right now, so I wanted to use it at the bottom here. Not that you can see the bottom very well here, but I just felt like it needed something. And then for the top, I played around with a couple different things before I kind of settled on a few items. This wooden bowl, if you remember, I thrifted a while back and was using it in the kitchen, and I thought this space needed a little bit of woodsy color, so I thought this would look good here with some ornaments or bells or something along those lines. So I went ahead and added a couple branches from the same cedar from the front, just in here, just to add a little bit of green color into the bowl. And then I'm going to add some of my ornaments. Now the ornaments that I'm going to add is what is my latest DIY from over on my DIY channel. I had purchased these dollar store ornaments and just gave them kind of a new look, something that would go more with my color scheme. And I absolutely love the way this turned out. Now on the opposite side of my little tea card, I like to hang the sign. I've been hanging this sign for a few years, and again, it is a DIY that I created a couple years back just using my Cricut machine, and I made a stencil, and then I used just this wrapping paper that I can get at Dollarama. I also use this paper for many other things. It reminds me of butcher paper, but it's kind of nice, has that nice rustic brown color. And I just stenciled the sign on there and taped up the rolls so they stay put, and added some rope, and that's it. It was a high-end dupe that I created. And now we're gonna move on to my table. Now we do eat dinner here almost every single night whenever the kids are home, so I wanted to keep it fairly simple. So I grabbed one of my vases and filled it up with water, and I'm going to add more of that cedar in here. Now, if you're asking yourself why I'm using so much of my cedar from the garden, I absolutely love cedar. I also like that Norfolk pine that they sell now. We cannot find that here, the branches. There is a couple towns over, there's a place that sells them. They're about $19 a branch. That is a little bit too much for me to spend because I like using greenery a lot, so I would have to spend a lot of money. This is free, it's right out of my garden. The tree needs some trimming, so it's a win-win for all of us, and it smells good. And it stays pretty, like I've mentioned before, stays fresh for a long time. And if you want it even fresher, just keep replenishing the water. So I just trimmed a couple branches off and made the arrangement. Once it was done, I just cleaned off the table, and I have to tell you guys, I am so very happy. I finally found Meyer's peppermint all-purpose cleaner. I have been wanting to try one of these for such a long time, and they just were not available anywhere where I live. I did find some at Canadian Tire, and I just saw that they also have the pine smell. I think it's pine or Christmas tree smell. So once I'm done this one, that's definitely what I'm going to be buying if they have it again. So I gave my table a good cleaning just because I was cutting all that greenery here, and I wanted it to be nice and clean for when I'm ready to put my table runner on. The table runner that I'm adding here, it kind of reminds me of like a snowy, I don't know, snowy, gives me the snowy vibes. And because of the tree that's in this room is flocked, I felt like I needed a little bit of that look on the table. It is white and it's fringed, and then it has little threads of kind of grayish silverish going through it. I've bought this at HomeSense probably about 3 or 4 years back, and I have been using it here as well as when I used to have a dinette. I used it there as well. So if you've been around for a while, you might have seen this tablecloth before. And now the opposite, because the side of the vase, I felt like it needed something, so I have added some Temu candle holders. These came in a set of 3, but I am just using 2 of them. I still would like to get some flameless pillar candles, but all in good time. So this year I went ahead and fluffed up all my trees and set them up before I started decorating any of the rooms, so that way they're ready and you don't have to watch me fluff a tree. But I am going to share with you some decorating things that I'm doing to it. So I'm adding most of the ornaments that I'm adding here are my DIY ornaments from last year. It's just, I love them so much. I thought they turned out so good. I will link a video down in the description box for you to check them out. They were pretty much made out of things you have around your house, from cinnamon to flour to baking soda to cornstarch, all sorts of stuff. I did a couple different styles. I did buy some supplies for them as well. Like I made these almost like mercury glass ornaments, so I did need to buy a couple supplies for that, but nothing too much. And I just had so much fun making them, and putting them on this tree and using them just makes my heart happy. I'm also going to be adding some brown ribbon. Now, brown ribbon was a suggestion from a subscriber last year, and I just loved the look. I didn't even think of it. I was going more, should I use black? Should I use red? And then a subscriber recommended a brown ribbon, and I found some at Walmart. So I am going to be adding that here as well. I just love creating my own ornaments. I think it makes the tree very personal, but also very unique, because most likely no one else has the same kind of ornament that you're adding to your tree. So it makes that tree very, very unique. So here are the mercury glass ones that I was talking about. And another thing that you can do, elevate the look of your ornaments, is you can add ribbon instead of hanging hooks, or even like a rope or something a little bit fancier than just those green hooks. The last ornament that I showed you, that actually was a gift from a friend for my birthday, and I love that ornament. And that ornament actually kind of started the whole look for this tree. So kind of an inspiration for the rest of the ornaments. And I'm pretty sure that one came from Home Sense. And here is another one of my DIY ornaments. I love these. I thought they turned out so good. And then the last thing that I'm going to be adding to this tree is these little snowmen. This was a gift from one of my daycare kids several years back, and I thought they looked really cute right beside this tree. So here is a little close-up of what the tree looks like and some of those ornaments. And this completes my dining room decorate with me video for this year. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It is a little different than last year. Let me know what you think. If you've seen my last year's, which one you like better. And like I said, if you're stopping by my channel for the very first time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified when new videos come up. And also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you had enjoyed it. So until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you two different tablescapes. I'm going to be creating a tablescape for an elegant evening, or like Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and then I'm going to also share with you how easily it is to transform that tablescape into a fun and festive one for Christmas morning. I also wanted to take the time to wish you guys a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Happy holidays. I hope that the New Year brings you lots of joy, health, and happiness. And I want to thank you all so much for being part of my YouTube channel, my decorating journey, cleaning and organizing journey. It means the world to me. So without further ado, we're going to get started with setting up the tablescapes. So I'm starting off with a bit of a more formal tablescape because in my mind I would be hosting Christmas Eve first and then Christmas morning the following day. So I would carry some of the stuff over to the next day. You can completely reverse it or, you know, set it up as you please kind of thing. This is just to give you some ideas. So I wanted to add some greenery, but I am all out of garlands that I wanted to use. So I went into my garden and cut up some more of these branches. I do have quite a large tree right in front of my house that needed to have some trimmings done. So I've been trimming it off for all of my Christmas decor this year. So I wanted to create a bit of a centerpiece. So like I said, I went ahead and cut some branches off and I'm going to just add stuff. I'm gonna go from one end to the other. Obviously, if you had more than 4 people sitting at a table, you wouldn't be able to do that. You would more center it right in the middle. So then I went in and added some candelabras. These came from Temu. They're very light and they were very affordable, and I like the fact that they are different sizes. And I'm going to be adding some tapered candles onto them. Now I would recommend, if you have small children, to use flameless candles or even add some twinkling lights right to the greenery instead of putting actual candles on. But I'm sure you guys all know this. I'm just being safety first, I guess. And then I'm going to be adding some pine cones to it. I had my friend picked up a ton of pine cones, so she had shared some of them with me. So I'm adding them to it just to make it a more of a natural look, to add even more natural look or elements to the table setting. For the plates, I'm going to be using my fine china. This was a present from my husband's grandmother for our wedding, and I still love it. I still have it displayed on in my hutch. I just think it's such a simple, elegant look. It is a Macassa Palatial Platinum, I think that's what it calls. I'm pretty sure it is no longer available for purchase, but I have all the dishes as well as wine glasses to go with it. Now, I was in search of napkins that I wanted to get for this setting, but I couldn't find any, except I found this, which I'm pretty sure it's just kitchen cloths. But I'm making them work just to give you an idea. So here is how I folded it. It's just a little idea on how to fold a napkin, and then I'm going to use the pocket to add my cutlery, and then I'm just using normal silverware for this. It's just plain silver. For my other one, I'm going to use something a little different, but I'm also wanted to just add a little bit more to it, so I'm adding a little branch of the cedar, and then I'm going to add a little pine cone to it as well. Just a little something to make it a little nicer, I guess. You can leave it as simple as you want, or you can go out, even add ribbon to it, or tie it up, or it's really up to you how you wanna do this. I just wanted to kind of show you and give you an idea of how you can do it. So I continue this for the rest of the settings. And just so you know, both of my kids are my kids are 20 and 21. So if they would like to enjoy a glass of wine, it is they can if they want to. Drinking age in Canada is 19, although my children don't drink and don't prefer, especially not wine anyways. But I do like to set up the glasses. They can use them for water, or even if they want to drink some pop, they can. And I think lighting the candles just sets such a nice ambiance for the evening. So here it is. I really like how simple and natural looking it is. It's not too much. I think it's just perfect. Let me know what you guys think. Also, I would love to know what your traditions are for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Christmas morning. So this would be my more simpler setting, or more, not simpler, more kind of not as elegant, I would say, but still I think very pretty. This is most likely what I would be doing, because speaking of traditions, I always do Christmas morning, because my parents host Christmas Eve and my mother-in-law hosts Christmas Day. It's always been like that. One day I look forward to maybe hosting one of those ones here, but for now we do Christmas morning. It is something that I wanted to set up with just my family, my little family, immediate family, my husband and my kids. I wanted to have something of our own, so I've started the Christmas morning tradition right when my children were born, and we've done it ever since. We always test out recipes that we're gonna have for that day now that the kids are older, and we have we open presents, and then we have a big breakfast, and that usually holds us over until dinner time when we go to my mother-in-law's. And if you did not know, my mother-in-law lives next door. So I'm adding some berries here because I wanted to add touch of red, because I picked up some new plates and they are red, so I wanted to incorporate the berries and kind of tie in all the red. And then I'm going to be adding a little bit of gold to this as well. Now, since it is morning, Christmas morning that I'm setting this up for, I am using these fun glasses, no wine glasses, and I think these are so cute. I do love Disney, and this is perfect for the setting. I'm also going to be adding this burlap placemats. They could use a little bit of ironing, but it is what it is for now. And then for plates, I am going to use something a little different than I did before. I'm gonna go with a simple white plate. I did try it with the other plates, my fine china, but I just did not love that look. And then I'm going to place napkin folded and just lengthwise and add that. And then here are the plates that I picked up. These came from Walmart. They did have them on sale, 25% off, and I think they were like $3.50 each. So I picked up 4 of those. And then for cutlery, I am using this cutlery that has a little bit of gold in it. This was a present from my aunt for our wedding. So it's a little bit of a more finer china, cutlery. So I'm keeping it in its suitcase that it came with, and I just bring it out at certain times. I'm actually using the little teaspoons for at my coffee station right now. And then here is the little bells that I'm adding the gold touches to, just to kind of tie in the cutlery. I hope you guys are finding some peace and quiet during this busy season. I know it can get quite hectic and a little bit overwhelming, and I just want to tell you guys, take it easy. Everything will get done no matter what, and what doesn't get done, probably wasn't that important anyways. So it's important that you take care of yourselves first. And since I had quite a bit of pine cones left over, I thought, for if you needed it, I don't need it, obviously, it is just for 4 of us, but if you needed like place card placement, I think these would be cute because they can hold a little card in them, and for place setting for your company. I thought that would be really cute to add to here as well. Well, I think this is completes my tablescape ideas video. Let me know what you guys think, which one you like better. I will light the candles here as well. I just love the whole ambiance that it said. But let me know which one you liked more, if you enjoyed both of them, what you think. You could totally switch them around and have this one for Christmas morning, and then when the Christmas day dinner comes, you can just remove the berries or leave them and just add the more elegant plates than the more fun ones than these are. I love red, so I love using red in my decor, so this is right up my alley, but I know some people don't like all the colors, so I wanted to give kind of both ideas. Hello my friends, and welcome to another Christmas Decorate With Me video. This is a part 2 of the kitchen decorating series videos, and today I'm sharing with you the rest of the kitchen, as well as I'm gonna share the hot cocoa station that I shared last video, just in case if somebody had missed that video. Now it's all put together for you. So let's get started. So here is what the kitchen looks like, all empty. I had deep cleaned it, wiped everything down, took all the decor off. I like to start with a clean slate and kind of like an artist starting with an empty canvas. I love switching out decor in the kitchen for the season, but I do try and keep it minimal because we do cook a lot, bake a lot. Everybody in the house cooks, so I need minimal decor in the kitchen. So I like to group things on this tray, and I did pick up this tray at Home Sense probably a couple seasons ago, and I like just having it on everything on a tray, so that way if I need to use the whole island, which I do at this time of the year when we entertain, I set up my island as one big charcuterie board, so I like to be able just to pick up everything and move it. And I'm adding this vase. I did get this vase at Home Sense as well, again a few seasons ago, but I did pick up these floral picks from Dollarama. They're just so pretty, and they have a little bit of snow frosting on them, and they also have small pine cones. I would have loved to have had some of that Norfolk pine in this vase, but I was not able to find any locally. I even went and checked if I can find real stuff, but no such luck. So I improvised, and I'm quite happy with the end result. So I bought two of these because that's all that they had. Usually I like to buy 3 sets of 3, but I think they only had 2. And then I went and had some of this cedar still, so I added that is the real cedar that I used in my family room, which is a video that I posted a couple videos ago. I will link it in the corner for you to check it out in case if you missed it. Most of the cedar that I do use around my house is real. I just had this one large bunch that I picked up at HomeSense a couple years back, and I had kind of divided it among all the among these two rooms. I do have a cedar garland as well as a Norfolk garland in my family room, which is just right off the kitchen here, so I wanted to incorporate that. Now all of these branches I've had on hand. I'm pretty sure they all came from Dollarama. They could have come from Dollar Tree too. I can't quite remember, but they're really pretty greenery, and I kind of folded them down so they look like they're drooping. It just makes them look a little bit more realistic, I find anyways. So I am just adding them all around until I fill up the pot to the way I want it to be filled. I might add some berries to it, but I'm not quite sure whether I will or not. Now to fill in the rest of the tray, I kind of play around with this. I always try and show you my process. I kind of play around with different decors, different things that go on here until I am happy with the way it looks. It's just a creative process, I guess you could call it, and I like to show it to you so you don't think that I just know how things go and that's it. And I most of the time don't rehearse it prior to the video, so I always like to show you the process. So the little pine tree or a bouquet came from HomeSense. The little bowl was thrifted. I upcycled it, and the little bells came from Amazon. I did think that I wanted to fill this, so now I'm using the real cedar. I just had a couple little branches that I took off for my other decor, so I'm adding them here. And then I have these little gingerbread men and these cookie cutters. Now the cookie cutters are just the metal ones that you could get at the dollar store, but I did paint them and made them look aged. I'm not using these for baking, they're strictly decoration, and I have a little bit of twine on them. And then these gingerbread men I bought at a local small store a couple years back. They look like real gingerbread cookies, and I like using them. Previous years I hung them on a little tree that I had in the kitchen. This year I don't have a little tree in the kitchen, but I still wanted to use them. So I felt like the bowl needed a little bit more height, so I'm just adding a filler, and then I'm putting moss on top of it, and then I'm going to add the greenery on top. And after all that, I was not happy with it, so I thought this cloche would look better and more clear and a little bit softer, if you kind of understand what I'm trying to achieve here. So I do think that that looks a little bit better. I will show you a close-up as soon as I finish doing the tray. Now I am adding this mailbox. It's Santa's mailbox. It is actually a candle. This was a new purchase from HomeSense. And it has a I think it has soy wax in it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be actually lighting this candle. It's more for the decor because I just love the little mailbox. And now I was just looking for things to add at the bottom, and I thought the bells would look nice here. And here is what it looks like. I did end up adding some berries to it as well. And I added a little deer and then bells with some coasters. Now moving on to my sink area, I bought this riser at HomeSense a while back. I did have something else here, but the water had kind of damaged it, so I bought another one, which I'm pretty sure I need to get a good sealer and seal it. And then I just added one of these little red houses that came as a set from Costco. And I had to have the door open even though it was cold because these guys were going in and out, and I wasn't sure whether he was trying to get in and didn't realize the door was open, or whether he was just asking Duke to come out. This is Frank, and in short little bit you will see Duke come out to meet him. I don't know what kind of shenanigans they were up to. Now moving on to my other corner, I always like to add some sort of color because I do find that it's a lot of white and it feels a little cold. So I wanted to add, I thought a small Christmas tree would look good here with some lights. And now I would like to hide that outlet. It's not an outlet that we use a lot, so I would like to hide it. So I was just trying to build up stuff to add some height so it kind of covers it. So as you can see, I am struggling with it. It's just, I wasn't loving the way anything was coming out. I wasn't happy with it. I tried switching stuff around. It's just wasn't working. So I decided to take a break and move on to the other side and then come back to this side after I was done here. So I keep my mixer here all the time, and I think it's a perfect corner for it. I'm so glad that I actually can keep it up top because, as you guys know, it is a very heavy mixer and I use it quite often. So it was it's too heavy to constantly pick up and put up, so it's nice to have a spot for it. In my old kitchen I couldn't fit it, it was too low. This is a little bit, I have a little bit more space, so it's nice that it actually fits. And I always like adding some sort of a Christmassy kitchen dishcloth, kitchen cloth, kitchen rag. No, it's not rag, it's a, why do I struggle with this word so much? This is what happens when English is your second language. Sometimes you just forget what things are called. So nevertheless, I add this here, and then I am adding some just cooking utensils, spatulas and stuff like that. These are Disney inspired. I got them as a Christmas gift last year. And then this is new, the little Christmas tree charcuterie board. I got that at HomeSense, and I thought it would look perfect here, and it kind of acts as a double thing. It's a decor as well as I use it as a charcuterie board. I wanted to add a pop of color here, and as you saw, berries were too tall, so I had this candle holder for a while now. I'm not going to be lighting any candles here. I'm always too scared to light them underneath the kitchen cabinets, but I thought it looks good. I think I'm going to put like a votive candle, battery operated, in there so I can turn it on and add the sparkle. And here it is. I think this corner looks so cute. Just enough pops of color and a lot of wood to soften the space up. So now back to this corner, trying to figure out what I'm going to do here. I might just completely take a break from it because even though I was trying to add this tray is from Bouclair, and it is so useless because, as you can see, it completely tips. It needs to be more of a solid piece so it does not tip by items on it. I thought these houses would look good and add the redness to carry it through from the rest of the redness that's in the kitchen and in the room, but I was just not loving this. So I ended up moving on to another area of the kitchen because this was just giving me anxiety and I needed a break from it completely. So now I'm going to work on my hot cocoa station, and here I like adding a lot of hot cocoa, gingerbready kind of ideas, candy cane, like just a lot of fun things, lots of red color. I just love the way everything looks mixed in with some greens and some natural elements. So I add signs, mugs, and just some gingerbread house and just little things like that. We use this as a coffee more than a hot cocoa station, but the kids love having this station up. Even though they're in their 20s, they still love having a hot cocoa. So it's been a tradition in my house for many years now to have a hot cocoa station, so I keep making it for them and for myself. And if you would like to see more detailed video on this hot cocoa station and where everything came from and the whole thinking process of it, I will link the video up in the sky for you to check out. I did do a lot longer video and a lot more explanation of where everything comes from.
Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the January. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the January. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Here we go. All right. Dance, dance, now this Christmas, we're gonna dance. We're gonna dance, dance, dance. Come on. Dance. We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna
This area is so fun, and I love all the pops of red color and how all the wood warms it up. And then there's a little bit of green as well. Now back to this area again. I am switching things around again, and I had taken this piece of wood, the cutting board from the other side, and just left 2 cutting boards there. I mean, a cutting board and charcuterie. And I brought this green, it looks like rosemary to me. It is just fall fake florals, and I'm adding a gingerbread sign, and this will have to do for now. And then on the opposite side, I'm going to hang my gingerbread bakery sign that I DIY'd several years back. I love this sign. Again, that red, pops of red and white, just I just love the way that looks, and it looks all nicely tied in together with my more traditional decor that I have in my family room. And to complete the whole kitchen look, I am just going to add my another kitchen cloth here. This reminds me of a candy cane, and I love the way it looks on my stove. And this is it. What do you guys think? I think it has just the right amount of decor without cluttering too much of my work areas. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and make sure you come back next week because I will be sharing my home tour, and there might be just some changes to the kitchen and some of the other areas in the house. You'll just have to come back and check that out. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified when these videos pop up, and I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Hello my friends and welcome to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today is the day that I share my Christmas home tour of 2023 video. I absolutely love with everything the way it turned out. There are several changes from the Decorate With Me videos to now, so make sure you keep an eye out. I will point them out. But nevertheless, let's get started. I am starting at my front porch, and here you will notice one item that wasn't here before, and it is this lovely wooden reindeer. It was an upcycled DIY that I did on my DIY channel. I added some different stain to him. He was a bit of an off color, so I wanted to spruce him up, and he looks perfect. I also gave him a bell as well as a little bit of a greenery around his neck. Other than that, everything has stayed pretty much the same. I am loving the trees. They haven't been trying to fly away at all, so I am very happy about that. Now we are going to move inside, and we are greeted by Duke and my front foyer decoration. I love my entryway. I always feel entryways like your first impression of your home, and I love how cozy it feels. This tree has stayed the same. I did add a couple new ornaments to it that again I DIY'd on my DIY channel, because I'm trying to keep with that woodsy theme on this tree, slowly switching stuff out of it for that woodsy theme. Now turning over this way, here I did swap out a wreath. I added my Texas home wreath to here that I got at Walmart, because the wreath that was originally here, I'm using it somewhere else. And I also added some garlands, cedar garlands, onto my railings. That was done off camera. And as you can see, the greens are holding out really well. I have added water twice since I have decorated. This mudroom I did not do very much since it is a well-used space by parents, but I did want to add a little touch, and it is just this stocking pillow. I don't have a lot of room to add a Christmas tree like I did last year. And in the powder room, because this is being used by daycare kids as well, I wanted to keep the decor minimal, so I just added some greens with the little blueberries from Dollar Tree. And of course I did put Christmas soap inside that bottle. Now moving on to my living room, everything has stayed the same here. And here is the look, how the cedar garland looks on the railing. It's very simple, very minimal. I don't have to worry about my husband knocking things down. And now we're going to move in to my dining room. The tree did get a few new ornaments. Again, it was a DIY ornaments that I made this year. They went on to that tree to keep with the DIY ornament theme. I also added lights to the greenery on top of the hutch. Now we're going to move on to my family room, and here I feel like the only thing that I have added were the stockings to the fireplace. The kitchen is where you are going to see most of the changes. I did go out and purchase a couple new things just because I wasn't loving what was here. I just felt like it wasn't working, and I got a gift card, so I thought I'd go and get something. And here is where all the changes happen. I did get this little wooden houses, they're kind of attached together, as well as just a little bit of a different Christmas tree or an evergreen tree and that wooden tree. And I think that looks a little bit better than what was there before. If you've seen what was there before, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for joining me on this Christmas decorating marathon. I hope you found some inspiration to make your home as merry and bright as possible this holiday season. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I can't wait to start sharing my this year's Christmas decorating videos with you. So, see you again soon. Thanks for watching.